guys, welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year to all of my viewers, and I hope that 2019 will be fucking fantastic for you all. Sorry about the weird lighting and the white noise machine that's on. It's that time of night where I don't really want to hear my dad hear me recording if he gets up. Alright, so, and yes, I crashed around 9 and then woke up around 11:30, so whatever. It's fine. I actually have school tomorrow. Yay! I'm actually kind of excited to go back to my co, but that's not why I'm here. So today, what I'm going to be doing is I've been listening to a lot of music lately, like a lot of music new to me, not necessarily new music in terms of music that is coming out. Music that is new to me that I've never listened to before. And I'm just going to do some like bullet reviews of a few albums I have listened to lately that have really just a few albums I have listened to and my opinions on them. And I'm doing this because just because to get my kind of get my thoughts out there for these albums. And before I may some of these I may cover more in depth later. So we're gonna go back a bit. Oh yeah, that's Oasis. Okay, so I think you guys know when I was listening to Oasis, so we're gonna go to some stuff I listened to after I listened to Oasis. Some of these albums I may cover in more depth later, some of them I probably won't, but we'll get into this. So without further ado, I'm just gonna do kind of bullet reviews of a few albums I've listened to recently. So this first one is definitely something I should probably listen to again at some point, but I quite enjoyed it. It is Fleetwood Mac from 1975. By Fleetwood Mac, the self-titled album. I was a bit skeptical just because when I first started listening, I didn't know any of the songs on here except Rhiannon, whereas Rumors, I knew a lot of the songs. But I was listening to this, and in general, I really just enjoyed it quite a bit. I'll have to give it another listen. I quite enjoy Rumors as well. Rumors is fantastic. I've listened to that album lots of times. And while I'm on the topic of Rumors, I will probably make a ranking video of that album before too long. And maybe some lyrical analysis if you guys want to see that. So also, please leave down below what songs you want me to analyze because I'm a little bit out of ideas at the moment. So next one I want to talk about is going to be Urban Hymns by The Verve. This is definitely an album I will be coming back to sometime on my channel because I discovered this and it is so good. So, the reason I bring this up is because, so I have an Oasis, group chat on Twitter. And, somebody, who's a very nice person, was recommending Urban Hymns to me. And, a couple other people were, like, agreeing with it. And, again, I would shout her out, but I don't wanna shout out these people just because I don't know how they feel about being shouted out on YouTube. Also, I have a Starbucks gift card. I should probably put that in my bag. I don't have dance class tomorrow, though. Next time I have dance class, I'll have to ask my dad to take me to Starbucks because I have a Starbucks gift card. Anyway, yeah. So, Urban Hymns. This is an album I will definitely be coming back to. Of course, I got pulled in because I knew Bittersweet Symphony, which is a great song. But the song, which really, of course, there's some good songs in here. Iconic songs, Lucky Man, The Drugs Don't Work. I love Catching That Butterfly, Rolling People This Time. Oh my god. There are so many good songs in here, but I gotta say the one that really got me was Sonnet. And, if you don't know, like if you just know Bittersweet Symphony and you don't know Sonnet, you need to look it up because it is so freaking good. Okay. And also, like, how melodic and stuff the music is. I almost wonder if, like, Coldplay was a little bit influenced by that kind of thing. So, going on, now we have Walk the Moon, which is a kind of indie rock band from Ohio, actually. And my friend is really, really into them. And you may have heard the song Shut Up and Dance, which was popular on the radio a few years ago. So, their first album, Walk the Moon, I was not a super big fan. I liked the song, Anna Sun, but just in general, it didn't really stand out to me, and it wasn't my favorite. But I quite enjoyed their second album, Talking Is Hard, which features Shut Up and Dance. I really enjoyed the song Up To You, that was a good one. And honestly, all of the songs on this album were just really solid, and I really enjoyed this one. next up is going to be What If Nothing. That was Walk the Moon's 2017 album. Another really good one. I like Press Restart, One Foot, of course Kamikaze. So, a lot of the songs, Headphones, Surrender, a lot of songs in here are just really good, and I really enjoy that. Now, this was the Where Have You Been All My Life Blur album, and yes, I will be talking about Blur a lot more on my channel. I should probably finish the discography. I got a bit sidetracked, and we'll get into that in a minute, because Damon Albarn has so many projects. We'll get into that in a minute. So, I do need to finish the Blur discography, however. I guess I was just scared to finish it, because, like, with Oasis, I kind of burned myself out. I didn't want to burn myself out of Blur. But anyway, so this album, The Great Escape, this was the Where Have You Been All My Life kind of album, Blur album, like, that got me, oh my god, and Parklife and Blur, we won't be talking about those albums right here because I listened to those a while back, and I'll probably do full-length videos on them as well, pretty soon. But the thing of Parklife is that the first couple times I heard it, it was just kind of like, what is this? I don't know what I'm doing. So it took me a while to get into Parklife. I am totally into Parklife now. Don't kill me. I love it. Okay. And the self-titled was probably the first one I got into, but it's a very different sound. So The Great Escape came out between those two albums, and I love the songs. Like, it opens up with Stereotypes, and of course Country House, Charmless Man, The Universal, all iconic songs. And I loved Best Days. Like, that song came out, and I'm just like, oh my god. And pretty much every song, I don't remember there being any bad songs on here. I just remember really enjoying it. And I freaking love Damon Albarn. I have a wall of Damon Albarns. We'll be seeing this soon. So next up is Fever by Kylie Minogue. Honestly, not really my thing so much. I really loved Can't Get You Out of My Head, but the rest of her songs just kind of whatever. Can't Get You Out of My Head is a song, by the way, I got reminded of by another song, and we may or may not be getting to that. So, next up we have Different Gear, Still Speeding by BDI, which is Liam Gallagher's band after Oasis. This is their first album. I still have to listen to their second album, and I was partway through As You Were, which is a solo album, which I was enjoying. Did need to go back to that one. This album just feels kind of weak. Maybe I'll like it more later. I don't know, but it's just not, it's not Oasis. And, like, I don't mean, of course I'm gonna say that, but, like, honestly, that's what it feels like to me. Alright, here we are going. And, excuse my out of order ass. I'm still out of order here, but, going back to some of the things I've been hinting at. Let's talk about Gorillaz. Yes, I've been wanting an excuse to talk about Gorillaz. Also, obviously, if you don't already know the connection with Damon Albarn, which, oh my god, I was, like, freaking mind blown. Okay, so, my friend told me, this was, like, 2 years ago, I'm going to condense the story as quickly as possible. It's not even that long of a story, I just ramble on about nonsense. So, we were at a bowling alley, okay, and, they had, like, these TV screens, whatever. I was, like, really into the Beatles. I think it was 1 year ago. I don't know. It was a year and a half ago. I don't know what I was listening to at the time. I didn't have a ton of, like, music or whatever. And they were playing some of my songs, like Sarah Bareilles. Oh, my God. They were playing that, and I was so happy. And then they started playing Gorillaz videos. So, and don't kill me. For the life of me, I don't know what videos they were. Please don't kill me. I don't remember enough. Like, I remember the basic imagery, but I don't remember enough to say, oh, it was that video. Like, now that I've watched some of the videos, I don't remember enough to be like, oh, it was that video. But no, but they played a couple of them, and, my friend told me, she told me this band, I'm like, oh, what? And she's like, yeah, and she's like, my teacher likes them. So, and this tie back, we'll get to that in a minute. So I was like, what? And she said, yeah, my teacher always plays it when he comes in from whatever. I was just like, what? This is literally what my friend said. I was like, what? So very random. And, like, the only reason I remember this is because it was just such a weird, like, I remember it was weird looking. Like, I didn't know, again, for the life of me, I can't remember what it was, and it bothers me. Like, I don't think it was Feel Good Inc. just because, like, that video, like, I know that video, so I'm just like, I don't know. Like, for the life of me, I wish I could remember what video it was. Oh my god. But, because I feel like if it was Feel Good Inc., I would have known the song. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I would have known the song. No pun intended. But anyway, because I did know that song. I know a lot of 2000 songs. I don't know how I know them, because I was not listening to the radio when I was a kid, but apparently they just seeped into my subconscious, so that's freaking weird. Alright, so while we're talking about this band/project, I just want to say, so how I found out, when I first found Blur, and I looked at Blur because of Oasis, so when I first found Blur, I was looking at song 2, and I think I was reading through the comment section, and that's when they were talking about Tootie and Grills, and I didn't know what the heck was going on, and then somehow I pieced it together. I found a comment where it's like, oh, it used to be the lead singer. I'm like, oh my god, this person is the same singer from that band, my friend. Mind blown. So yeah, I've been like researching a little bit. Like, I'm not super into the lore yet, don't kill me. Honestly, on the one hand, I can't be bothered to read a very long page online that somebody sent me, but on the other hand, I know I'll be bored as fuck one day and just read it, so yeah. Alright, but getting to the actual music, so I listened to a bunch. I started listening to their music in order of like the music videos, and I don't know, it just wasn't working for me. It wasn't working for me, so I figured I should listen to the music in isolation, or, you know, just to kind of get the vibe better, and I started listening to it, and you know I like Feel Gooding, obviously, talking about that. So, I started listening to the music on a shuffle, and for some reason this shuffle came up, it just played a bunch of songs from Plastic Beach, so then that was the album I went to pursue. Again, I know I'm out of order, don't kill me, but, so, Plastic Beach, I really love, because I already heard Stylo, in conjunction with video, which is the second video with driving it, although it's not nearly as crazy as 19-2000, like, but don't let Murdoch drive. So I think I heard that song on the, like, station, and then, when it was playing a bunch of stuff, I think I heard Superfast Jellyfish Rhinestone as Oddly Sweepstakes. I think I heard On Melancholy Hill somewhere as well. So, like, I heard a bunch of these songs, like, on the radio station I had on my iPod. And then I just checked out the album. So, when I checked out the album, I really love it. It's really good. Again, you got Rhinestone Eyes, which is just, oh my god. Like, right there, like, Rhinestone Eyes, Stylo, Superfast Jellyfish, Empire Ants, like, all the songs are so good. Glitter Freeze was probably the only one I didn't like. It's not that I didn't like it, just kind of a bit annoying after a while. Nature, of course, On Melancholy Hill, Broken, Sweepstakes, Plastic Beach, the title track, To Venge, Cloud of Unknowing. Like, oh my god, just everything on this album to me, it was really good. So, going off of that, we have Hopeless Fountain Kingdom by Halsey, which is a very random transition. I'll be getting back to Girls in a minute, but, yeah. I'm not really sure what inspired me to check this album out. I think I actually heard this before I heard Plastic Beach. I think I just added Plastic Beach and then listened to it later, because somebody was like, hey, listen to Plastic Beach, and I'm like, oh, I added it. I don't remember. So anyway, Hopeless Fountain Kingdom, I don't know. So Halsey is someone I've always kind of written off. I've never been a huge fan of Halsey. And I heard a lot of negative stuff on this album. I think I will say I liked this better than I was expecting to. It's still not fantastic. I'd give it about a 6 out of 10. It's still not fantastic, but I think I liked it better than I was expecting to. It's sort of a weird concept album, and it gets clunky in places. Of course, her singles Now or Never, which I actually don't mind at all. And, of course, Bad at Love, which got overplayed, but I don't hate it or anything. I really don't have any problem with that song. But honestly, listening to some of her other songs, like 100 Letters felt a bit clunky. Alone was okay as well. Alone and Eyes Closed I kind of enjoy. Good Morning, and there's some really interesting, like, concept songs on here, which I actually really enjoyed. The song, Walls Could Talk, I just realized that my phone is still censored so that I don't have explicit content, because I do on my iPod now. So I just realized not all the songs are on here, on my phone. So Walls Could Talk, which is a song I heard in TikTok. It's only a couple minutes long, and it's so good, in my opinion. I think there was another one on there where she swore a lot, but I don't remember the name of it, unfortunately. So yeah, and then next up we have the debut EP from Billie Eilish, Don't Smile at Me Now. I actually really enjoyed this. I think I'll be listening to Billie Eilish some more. I really enjoyed this. And, of course, Copycat, my boy, I've heard from TikToks as well. I Don't Want to Be You Anymore. Of course, Party Favor, Billy, Ocean Eyes. Ocean Eyes is fantastic. All these songs are fantastic. There's only 9 songs, it's only 27 minutes, but I thought it was a really good EP. Next up, we're going back to 2004 because I was listening to this song and I got hooked. So this is Breakaway by Kelly Clarkson because I was listening to Behind These Hazel Eyes Since You've Been Gone. I liked the first track, Breakaway, then you got Because of You, Gone, Addicted. Where Was Your Heart, Walk Away, You Found Me, I Hate Myself for Losing You. Hear Me, and then Hear Me on here. So, it's just a really solid album. It's nothing spectacular, especially for the time, but it's definitely a breath of fresh air to listen to something like this after listening to modern radio. Now we're going to get into my Florence and the Machine phase, which I'm really into them right now as well. So, really quickly, I will mention, their first album, Lungs, which I had listened to previously and never really gotten quite into all the way, but I love it. I love Rabbit Heart, Raise It Up, of course, Dog Days Are Over, and a lot of the songs on there, I don't have a track listing in front of me, but I really love them. So, the second one I listened to was Ceremonials, and, oh my god, of course Shake It Out is on there, but I legitimately love this album. When I heard it, I should definitely listen to this again. Ceremonials, and the last song on this album, Leave My Body, was just really good. No Light, Lover to Lover, Breaking Down, of course, Only for a Night, I just love Florence and the Machine. I am digging them so much, and then their third album, How Big, How Beautiful, How Blue, same kind of story. Again, I haven't really listened to these enough to have standout tracks so much. Delilah was a good one, but honestly, I just love Florence and the Machine so much right now that I'm just really getting into them. Now, before we kind of finish this up a little bit, so I have 3 more albums I want to talk about, and I'm actually going to talk about them out of order because the 2 of them kind of go together, and one of them is another Gorillaz album. So I guess we'll get that out of the way first. So, obviously, I didn't know where to go from there. I think I do want to listen to their newer stuff, actually, because, I just kind of feel like I want to know, like, what the fuss, or lack of fuss, because people seem to have very divided opinions on, like, humans, and then now, so I just kind of want to see where I fall on that spectrum. And also, I often tend to get into an artist's newer stuff before I get to their older stuff. As of right now, I can actually say I've heard more of Gorillaz' older stuff, mostly because of the videos, Clint Eastwood, and all that. So, I should probably listen to their first album. And I know like, The Fall was the thing, and then I know, like, they have, like, the weird compilations or whatever. But, so this album, Demon Days, I went with this one because it's the iconic, you got Feel Good Inc., and, so this, like, when you have, like, the, context of Dirty Harry, Feel Good Inc., and El Mañana. I'm sorry, I'm coughing back to back. I feel like I appreciate it a lot more. And El Mañana actually is correct grammatically in the context it's being used in. I don't know. The word mañana is gender confused. Alright, so, of course, Dare is on here, which I freaking love that song. And I should probably shut up. And honestly, all the songs on here, I don't know, there's nothing really bad on here. Yeah. So, Kids Who Guns, Every Planet We Reach Is Dead, Oh Green World, White Light. So, honestly, like, everything on here is good. And then the next 2 albums kind of go together. These are both, like, emo bands. So, the first one is Save Rock and Roll by Fall Out Boy, and I was just trying to really, like, I love American Beauty, American Psycho so much. I should probably do a video on that album. I have for a long time. I've listened to the album so many times. A lot of those songs are my most played. It's not like one of my favorite albums or whatever, but like when I write, I just listen to the album a lot. Save Rock and Roll, I just didn't dig it as much. The Phoenix is a good song. My Soul's Now Eaten in the Dark, I've been a fan of that song forever, and there's a lot of features on here. You got Foxes, Big Sean, Courtney Love, of all people. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I like American Beauty, American Psycho. I probably have to give it another listen, but it's not my favorite. And then we have an album I liked much better, and actually the first album I've really gotten into by this band. And yeah, I know people are going to be like, check out their older stuff, same with Fall Out Boy, but like, honestly, I'm not that emo. So, this is Death of a Bachelor by Panic! At the Disco, because I tried listening to, like, Pray for the Wicked. I wasn't super into it, honestly. I love High Hopes, it's a great single. I love Same, and A couple other songs that I would listen to, I guess King of the Clouds, I think that was the one. But I now have to like go back and listen to it again. But I just never really got into it. The Death of a Bachelor, I really got into. Victorious, oh my god. Of course, Don't Stop Me for a Good Time. Hallelujah. I cannot speak English. Hallelujah and Emperor's New Clothes. Death of a Bachelor, of course. LA Devil T, amazing. So honestly, and Impossible Years, the last song on there, really good. I might want to go back to their album before, which is Too Weird to Live to. Okay, I didn't catch what it was exactly. It's the album with Vicious Gospel on it. And the only reason I know the song is because if you love me, let me go. Like Panic at the Disco is so memeable. Like of course, I Raced and Not Tragedies. I love that song. But just in general, I was really enjoying the Death of a Bachelor Sounded album. So that's going to be the last one I'm going to discuss right now. And I will probably come back to, maybe Death of a Bachelor, definitely come back to Gorillaz and Blur and that kind of thing later on. So I really hope you enjoyed the video. Click like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye!